Christian, how you doing? 1-2-1 at Forest. We're on the watch along together, and there was a lot of frustration for an hour. Then there was a lot of, okay, this has got comfortable. Suddenly we were really relaxed, and then Arsenal just did what Arsenal do at the end. But 3 points away from home in the Premier League. Got to take the positives, I suppose.
Yeah, I think I said this a couple of times on the watch along. Oh yeah, I can't talk. It's a good start, isn't it? I said this a couple of times on the watch along.
Good for a fan.
Yeah, it is. It is. I think a lot of the frustration was coming from the fact that we know what this game meant and means. In terms of, if we drop points today, arguably that's our chances of winning the league gone.
I'd agree with that.
And then we're just going for top four. We're just scrapping it out with Spurs, Villa. Because I think if you isolate this performance, if that's the first day of the season and we put in that first half performance, we're not all sitting there at half-time being like, we need more, this was poor, we're not creating enough. We're sitting there saying, it's going to come. We're playing well, 70% possession, we're controlling the game, let's see what happens in the second half. But when a half goes by and you don't score, and you're another half closer to dropping points behind City and behind Liverpool, then that's when you start to get nervous and start to feel like maybe this isn't our year again, especially after what happened last year, the way we fell off. So, yeah, it was good to see the second half performance. Good to see Gabby get the goal and then the assist, and yeah, we move. Yeah,
that's it. We move. I mean, we got the win, and I don't think anyone thought this would necessarily be easy, but I think people thought maybe we'd show a little bit more in terms of craft in the final third. Eventually it came, and that player was Jesus. He was involved in a really good move, and it deserved a goal. He ultimately hit the post. But then he, with his quick thinking, with Zinchenko, I think, who takes the throw and gets the opening goal. And then we actually counter-attack one. We've started to do that better this season. We started to counter-attack and use the pace of our forward line to pick teams off when they have decided to commit men forward. And Saka gets another goal. I think that's 10 goals, 13 assists in all comps this season. So for all our frustrations with the attacking line, and I hear it, and with our general attacking play, that's a goal and assist from our 9, and that's another really impressive set of numbers from our right winger.
It is. It almost doesn't feel like that.
No, I agree.
Saka. Like, it doesn't feel like he's hit the heights of last year, or the heights where we know we can get to, like his England, when he plays for England. Like the form where we know he can get to doesn't feel like he's anywhere near it. So to still have 10 goals and 13 assists, I guess just shows you kind of the caliber of player he is. Like, we see it from Mohamed Salah. I'm not comparing the two. But when he's not playing his best, he still puts up the numbers, and Saka's doing the same. And in terms of Jesus, I've got his name on the back of my shirt. He's such a frustrating player because I said it on the watch along. There was a moment in the game where he takes a touch, flicks it over the defender's head, turns, and then smashes it over the bar. Like, he goes from world-class ability where if you're at that game, you're watching that thinking, that's a serious, like, what did I just see? And then you're laughing at it. Yeah. 2 seconds later. It's like world-class the Sunday League in 2 seconds. So, yeah, he's a funny player. I love him. He's got so much ability, but at the same time, like, if you're our number 9 and you're supposed to be the bagsman to get in 15, 20 goals a season, then there's questions to be asked. So, yeah.
But today he won us the game. Like, today he ultimately did what 9 should do. Like, he scored his goal, provided 2 goals was enough. And when they got that scare, okay, we got nervous, but it was enough for us.
He did. Yeah. It's not to say he can't put the ball in the back of the net.
Of course. Because
we saw him do it today. It's just that he doesn't do it anywhere near as enough as we need a 9 to do. But yeah, big up him on the finish. Good throw from Zinchenko. Nice little smart finish. I think we all kind of caught by surprise. They actually went in. And then big up for the counter and the assist for Saka's goal as well.
And the performance in general, like, we can talk on negatives because it wasn't perfect, but there were positives, man. You completely slow down a Premier League side who have caused, Man United trouble, who, recently went to Newcastle and won 3-1. You slow them down, you come away with, ultimately what was, dare I say, a comfortable win. The result didn't look it because we took so long to score the goals, and they scored late, so we had 7 minutes of stress. But generally, Arsenal were deserving of that win.
100% deserving. I think if you spoke to a Nottingham Forest fan that was at the game and asked them, what was it like to watch Arsenal today? I think their opinion would be brilliant.
Really?
Battered us, stopped us from creating anything.
Interesting.
Obviously, there was the scare in the last 5 minutes, 2 minutes, whatever it was. Well, it was 88th plus 6. But in terms of all the way up to there, having 75, 80% possession plus, dominating the game, I think it was
feeling like they couldn't get close to us. You mean like couldn't? Because I agree.
Yeah.
Like you said it in the watch show. You said at one point, like it must be so frustrating for Forest because we're just popping it around them.
100%. When we were 2-0 up and it was 85, 86 minutes, we were popping, like you said, we were popping it around them, completely dominating the game. If you're a Nottingham Forest fan sitting there, you're thinking, we're not getting a goal here. This game's over. This team's too good. Like, we move on to the next. Obviously, they end up getting the goal through a bit of poor defending, a bit of scrappy play. But overall, it was a very controlled, professional performance.
Yeah.
And yeah, we take the 3 points and we move on to Liverpool.
And confident for Liverpool?
No. I'm not confident.
Thanks for joining.
No, yeah, I think we can beat them.
Sure.
But we've played them twice this season already. I think in the first game, arguably, it was a pretty even game.
Yeah.
Maybe they were just the better team. Maybe we deserved the point. I don't know.
Slightly, yeah. I thought we deserved the point.
You could argue both. And we're the better team in the second game. Didn't take our chances. Ended up losing 2-0. So it depends what Arsenal turn up, which is unpredictable this season. But I think at the end of the day, we're still in the title race. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
Something to build on. Many thanks, mate. In a bit.